Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany. For those of you who are new, I go by Sweet Tiffany here on YouTube and on my Instagram. I'll be showing you how to get these mermaid beachy waves with just two hot tools. I use a beach waver like this and a hair straightener. I'll leave these two linked in the description if you want to know the exact items that I used, but there's so many ways to create this look. I know a lot of people like to use their straightener as like a curling iron and kind of curl it and twist it. I have a really hard time doing that, and I just find this beach waver to be so easy and quick that I love using this, and it's just so easy and you don't really have to put too much effort into it. There's a couple things that I didn't mention in this video that I should have mentioned, so I'll say them now. You can have your hair already straight, and that would give you a leg up, and you might not even have to use a straightener if you have naturally straight hair. What I did was I crimped my hair from top to bottom, and then I left probably about an inch or so on the bottom of my hair and straightened just the tips. Because my hair is naturally wavy, it kind of looked a little funky if I left it alone. So that's why I use a straightener just at the tips. But if you have naturally straight hair, you won't have to worry about that. That's just what I have to do. Oh, and don't forget to say hi to Cannoli. Hi, Mama. She always telling you every single time I film. There she is. Hi, Mama. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. If not, if you can just follow me on my Instagram, that does help me out a lot too. I post a lot of pictures on there, so usually I'll post like some images of the day that I filmed, that sort of thing. So hopefully you guys like this hairstyle. If you want to know how I got it, how exactly I used my hair tools, then just keep on watching. So the first thing I start off with is fresh, clean hair. I did wash it last night. I put my product in it, I put my heat protectant, and this morning I brushed out my like naturally wavy hair. So this is what I'm working with to start with. And that's the great thing about this look and this style with your beach waver, is you don't have to have it nice and blow drying and, you know, frizz free before you go into it. It kind of helps the look in a way. Like if you have naturally wavy hair, it kind of assists in, you know, making it look really natural. So that's what I really like about this look. If I don't blow dry my hair the night before, it's okay, because this look's gonna look really good with it. So this is my beach waver here. It's from the brand Bedhead. I got mine at Target. I think they have this everywhere though. I've seen it all over the place. So the most important thing about this step is which way you crimp your hair. If you're gonna go this way, or if you're gonna have it flipped and go this way. The only thing that you're really gonna look for is which way like this piece is. I don't want to burn myself. This is the part that your hair is gonna follow. This little part. This part up here goes into that. So you're gonna want to look for this little bird looking thing. That's what's gonna give it a little bit more volume. If you flip it this way, it's gonna go inward. If you flip it like this, it's gonna flip out, and that's just gonna give you a little bit more volume, especially like if you're getting a little bit closer to the root. So that's just the tip that I have. I'm gonna start with the bottom, and I'm gonna do this way. So this is the part that's gonna be closer to my root. So I'm gonna start with a section about an inch-ish. Standard, nothing crazy. And I'm just gonna go like this, hold it for a couple of seconds and let go. And you can kind of barely tell that I've done anything to it because my hair is already wavy. But it basically just sealed it all together in one piece. Another tip that I have is when you're first learning out, you think like, okay, I've done it up here, now I'm just gonna start down here. But you're going to want to follow each loop or hump in the hair, if that makes sense. So I've started up here, and I'm going to start halfway down. So that way it looks like a continuous wave and doesn't look like any gaps in it. Do you know what I mean? Like it just looks like up, down, up, down. So I'm gonna start right here. Hold it for a couple of seconds and go to the next one. Now you have a nice wave in your hair that's kind of seamless. It just keeps going. Now this is the part that's optional. I can keep the wave going all the way down to the bottom of my hair, but for this beachy, like natural looking curl, I take a straightener. This is just the straightener I've had for years, and I'll straighten just the tip of the bottom so it looks a little bit more undone and not so purposely curled. I'll just like straighten the bottom like that. And I left kind of a bit of it at the bottom, maybe that's probably like what, 2 inches, and I'm gonna do that the rest all the way around my hair, and you'll see it kind of just looks less purposely waved, if you know what I mean. Hopefully that makes sense. But if you continue to wave it all the way to the bottom, it kind of looks like you intentionally waved it, but leaving the bottoms straight, it looks more natural and undone. So I'm just going to continue this. I'm going to speed this process up and just show you when I get to the next part. Alright, so right there I've just done like half of this little bottom section, and do you see kind of what we're getting at? Much better than this actual natural wave. It's a little just more seamless and a little bit more put together looking, so I'm just gonna keep going. Okay, now I'm working on like the middle section of my hair. I pushed all the pieces that I just curled and I put them towards the back so it doesn't get mixed up. I'm going to do this midsection the same exact way that I did the bottom. I'm going to come back and do the top together with you guys to show you how I do that just a little bit differently. So I'm going to skip this part, curl it really quick, and I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so now that I've got pretty much my whole head of hair waved, this is what we're currently looking like. Looks very mermaid, beachy, natural, and it's very volumized, right? So that's something that I want to emphasize, is how to hold the barrel like this. So where the hill of the barrel, I gotta think of like the real name for this, the real term, but it looks like a hill or like a little rainbow or a little hump. That's gonna be facing like this or like this, because that's gonna give you that initial hump or extra volume towards the root. If you face it the other way, it's gonna dip in towards your root, and that kind of doesn't look that natural and not that flattering. So make sure you have the volume at the root. This is where it gets really important. So you want to get as close to the root as possible without burning yourself, because you don't want it to have like a gap of straight, like too much of a gap, and then go into a curl. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. The hump up. Okay, I'm gonna get to the root here. Hold it for a couple of seconds. Skip down. We're gonna go down for a couple more seconds. Leaving that little like inch out at the bottom. And then we're just gonna straighten that little piece. It gives you like that little bit of oomph at the top, a little bit of volume. That's what we're looking for. That's a very important part of this process. Make sure you're using your heat protectant spray, because that's really important too. Everybody knows that though. I feel like I don't have to say that. Okay. One more. Towards the front of my hair, I kind of leave like a big section. This is like where my bangs are, and then a little bit of the longer section. So it's a big chunk, and we're not gonna go up all the way to the root this time. We're just gonna go a little bit down. So that way it lays okay on your head. So can you see how like leaving that little bit of a gap just kind of like keeps it a little bit straighter towards the very front of my hair, and then just kind of lays a little bit more seamless. Back here I put the wand all the way up to my root, how it adds a little bit more volume. I didn't really want super volume right here at the front by my face because I didn't want it to look too exaggerated, so that's what that kind of looks like. So right here where I could go for another wave, I'm just gonna leave it and just straighten out that piece. Leaving a little bit of space. And I got a little bit closer that time, but it's not bad. Because I'll kind of press it down a little bit, so. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Hopefully you guys liked it and picked up a couple things. If not, then I'm sorry, but this is how I style my hair. This is how I'll style my hair. Usually, like I said, if I don't blow dry it after I shower and I just let it air dry, this or like braiding my hair is the best way to keep it like tamed and not super crazy. So yeah, thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. She thinks something's going on, I think. Like, why are you talking to yourself, Mom? Are you okay?